back to another episode of Keeping It G. We are back with the Raw Review edition. And I just got to say, just off the rip, man, WWE is on an entirely new level. I'm excited. I know everybody else here is excited. If you guys are watching on YouTube right now, please do me a favor, like the video, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to have a lot more content coming in as we go. If you guys are watching on Twitch right now, please consider subbing to the channel. Again, it's not just WWE. We got football content coming on. We got a football podcast later today, 6 p.m. Eastern. Trent will be back. We're going to have my guy Godly here. We're going to have my guy Dawson here. It's going to be real fun. I won't spoil what we're going to talk about there yet, but hey, y'all tune in later today, 6 p.m. Eastern for the football pod. It's going to be real good. So yeah, if y'all can consider subbing to the channel, interacting in the comments, we appreciate everybody who tunes in. Of course, I'm your host, G Baby. I got Trent back with me again. And then I got my man Ben with me. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Ben, for those of you who don't know you.
Yeah, man. My name Brandon. People call me Ben. You probably know me for TikTok. Got 60K followers on TikTok and all that stuff, man. Oh, yo, G
Man.
Baby, thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, of course, man. We gonna get straight into it. As you know, SummerSlam had just happened this past Saturday. First SummerSlam up under Triple H. Me and Trent kind of talked about it. We talked about the whole show. It just felt like a different type of feel in the air. And when Triple H first took over, I believe it was like the Friday before, the Saturday before SummerSlam. So we were kind of looking at the shows, and I was like, well, if they're smart, they won't just like change everything now. They'll get SummerSlam out the way, do some big stuff there, and then that first Raw after is where, the big stuff will happen. And sure enough, when we got to this show, obviously we were all like, I think we all had that anticipation of, hey, look, SummerSlam just happened. We saw the Brock match. We saw Bayley come back with her trio. Becky Lynch turning babyface. We had all these things. But I almost want to say they over-delivered by not doing as much this Raw. Because if you look across, you see people talk, you go on Twitter, you see like what everybody's saying. There were four storylines in this show. Mm-hmm. For a 3-hour show, you think 4 storylines, like how were they able to do that? And all they did was focus on those 4 and spread it out across 3 hours. And to me, I thought that was fantastic. And you don't notice it until after you go back and look at it. You're like, oh, wow. Like, they really only touched on 4 things, but they just made it throughout the whole show. I want to start off with the first segment this show opened with. Becky Lynch came out, had a sling on, separated shoulder. That had been reported going into the show, so we pretty much knew, hey, she probably was going to be hurt. She comes out, Bianca comes out because Becky calls her. They shake hands. They hug. Becky's just basically like, hey, I'm hurt. That was the most pain I ever went through, but I've learned. Shout out Bianca. Respect given. She walks off. Bianca is giving respect to Becky. Kind of talking about what happened at the aftermath, and we see Bayley, Io Sky now is what they're calling her, which okay, that's fine. And Dakota Kai beating up on Becky Lynch, riding her off of TV. So, real quick, that's 5 women right there who are all credible. Like, if you put the championship on them right now, I would believe it. Dakota Kai maybe to a lesser extent, but I want to get y'all. Oh no, I love Io. I think Io. I think people who see, like, because Dakota Kai never really won anything in NXT. She never got put in that spot. Io was the best women's wrestler on that brand for like a year and a half, close to 2. So Io, I think, is very believable. But I want to get y'all thoughts on just the state of the women's division as a whole. At least on Raw, now that
it's stacked, but like they got like the shit is stacked on Raw. They got to do something with this SmackDown shit, bro. Cause like it's too stacked on this Raw side, bro. Like it's way too stacked, bro. Like you got Becky, Becky about to be out, I guess, or whatever. You got Bianca, Rhea, you got the whole trio now. Like you got Oscar, Alexa Bliss, you got all these women just on this one side. I just feel like how we was talking about last show, a draft and some shit gotta happen. To where like maybe we have to split this up. No, but this for right now, the women's division is lit though, like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing all that shit and me being at the show, like the whole situation, like Becky had a little promo, and then you see Bianca. She go back and beat up. You see Bianca running out in the hills, which I'd never seen before. That shit was ridiculous. She did that. The shit was just wild though. And then in their matches later on, that shit was just wild though. I really I really think like how you say you trust Triple H. I'm starting to get on that shit too, bro. Like this shit's starting to get
trust
wild.
him. Yeah, I trust Triple H a lot now. What he's been doing. But yeah, they do need to like split the females, the women up. Me personally, this is my idea. Cause I've been hearing Sasha and Naomi, they thinking about coming back now since Triple H. You know, I don't think it's gonna happen. But since I was thinking like they should have Naomi, Sasha, and Bianca team up and fight Bailey and them. That's what I was thinking, but I don't think it's gonna happen because now you got Alexa in there. You got who was Alexa and Oscar there? So
Yeah, Alexa and Asa. Well, speaking of them, so it had announced. So, because Alexa Bliss the Monday before was like, I don't care who wins at SummerSlam because I'm next. So, I'm glad that they followed up on that because what do you get? She says she's next. What's the best way to get in there? They announced the match for Asuka versus Alexa Bliss. I was like, oh, okay, this is nice. She said she wanted to come after. What better way to, like, somebody who was just in the title picture. Asuka still wants to get back to that mountaintop because she technically didn't have a singles match.
Yeah.
And literally, because for those of you who don't know, Trent was at the show.
He texted me.
Literally, I saw, because we had seen Becky get attacked by Bailey and the crew. And so when I saw Alexa Bliss versus Asuka, right, I literally saw that. And then Becky and them kind of come out. I literally text him while he's at the show. I'm like, how much you want to bet this is going to turn into like a 6-woman tag or something like that?
I was like, I'm going to see. We're going to see.
And then sure enough, I was like, they're out there, they're watching. I'm like, okay. Or no, I think that was for the Bianca Io match or whatever. Because they had beaten up. They had beaten them up. They had beaten Becky and Alexa Bliss, and I get too many B's. We got Becky, we got Bianca, we got Bailey. I'm sorry I keep messing it up. Asuka and Alexa Bliss were having a match, and Bailey and them came and beat them up.
Yeah.
Because Bailey had said in the interview, you think that's all, we're not done yet. So they come and beat them up middle of the match, which was kind of disappointing, but it does further what Bailey and them was talking about. Setup and payoff, right? So we get to the Bianca Io Sky match because Bianca came out for the save. A long match, by the way.
It was a good match, though.
It was a good match, but it went longer
it was definitely...
I did not think it was going to go that long because, again, I texted him. I'm like, this is WWE. Maybe old habits just don't die right away. I smell a 6-man tag, player. So I'm thinking that's exactly what they about to do. Turned into a big brawl, big pull-apart brawl. Refs coming in, holding them back. I thought, okay, rest that. Like, the Bailey crew, I think they're calling themselves Control now. They feel credible. They feel like a threat. This isn't Retribution. You know what I mean? They're not maybe on the level as the Shield or the Nexus, but they definitely feel credible where, like, they might just come start beating up everybody. Like, they might just killing everybody. But look at that 6 right there. Alexa Bliss, once they give her a character, because I think I'll give my hot take in a minute, but once they give Alexa Bliss a character, Asuka's always going to be credible. Everybody there are Triple H girls, except for Alexa, even though she was in NXT. But like, I don't think she really did anything while she was there. Her main success came on the main roster. Them 6 right there are all NXT. NXT Triple H women. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that 6 right there, and that's like, granted, they don't have any other title, but this is the first time in a long time the main event scene of the women's division feels crowded. Like, usually it's just 2, and then, maybe you might get a surprise win here, you might get a surprise win there. but it's literally just been the four horsewomen.
Yeah.
And then Alexa Bliss, that fifth one was just like Alexa Bliss, but that's across 2 brands. We have 6 credible threats on one, and Rhea, like she's busy right now, but Rhea was supposed to be the one finding that Money in the Bank. Exactly, she was the one. I mean, I know she was hurt, somewhat of hurt, but she was the one that was supposed to fight Bianca and Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's 7 right there. And I said 8 last time. There's a name I'm missing. You know what I mean? So Becky's gone. So, but it was Becky. So that's 8 women right there on one brand who all feel credible in that main event. When's the last time that's happened? At least on the main roster anyway. NXT's always been that way. But on the main roster, when's the last time that's happened?
Shit.
So that's the, like, you talk about the few stories that Triple H had on this show. The women's division in 2 days, or Saturday to Monday, in 2 days, 2 shows, he has single-handedly at least fixed half of the main roster's women's division. I don't want to say single-handedly, that sounds unfair, but he's literally fixed it in 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I gotta say this, man, about Alexa Bliss. I'm so sick and tired of this doll crap. I'm so tired of it, bro. Like with the doll and stuff.
Yeah.
Fiend
like
ain't
I
there,
said,
man.
and like I said, with Vince there, all right, you got to push the doll, because when she came back, they were kind of scrapping stuff with the Fiend, but she was still walking around with the doll.
Yeah.
And they tried to fix it, but when it comes to like Triple H, the reason why I'm always gonna hold out, because I feel like he can't fix everything in 1 week, because too much change off the rip is too soon.
Yeah.
But I think it's coming, and that's where I was gonna get with my hot take. I think Alexa Bliss is gonna be the one to end up joining Bayley's group. Like, I could see a 6-woman tag match, and Alexa Bliss just goes back to being what was her little nickname? The
goddess.
Yeah, or Little Miss Bliss, or whatever crap her gimmick was when she was first coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I easily can see her turning heel, joining the group, or like just turning against them and not being aligned with them, whatever the case, and then she just goes on a run. Like, I don't think Bayley's gonna be the first one to take the title off Bianca. I truly believe it's gonna be Alexa, unless they decide to do Bianca Charlotte at Mania. If they want to hold off for that, I get it. That's a big match, and especially if you're gonna give Bianca the win, which I hope and freaking pray. But if they're not gonna do that, I think Alexa Bliss should be after the heel turn, though. Not now, not how she is now. But after the heel turn, after she goes, like, she's built back up as that heel credible threat that she was, Little Miss Bliss, gets rid of the doll, I think she can take it off of Bianca and go on a run. Because I genuinely believe, even though Bayley's back now, I don't think Bianca's losing this title for a while. And Bayley is clearly the next challenger, right? Like, she's got to be, right?
Yeah.
So
you said Charlotte, too? You said
if they want to do it at Mania, because I think they're going to try to do Becky Ronda singles. I think those are going to be the 2 matches they want to do. I think they want to do Bianca Charlotte, and then they want to do Becky Ronda. Now that she's a babyface again, I think that's what they want to do for Mania.
Yeah, probably.
That would be fire, though, man. Like,
I mean, those 2 matches alone, as long as the right,
it's gonna be a great match. I just don't want to see Charlotte with the belt again.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Bianca's got to win.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that. I don't want them to do that match if Charlotte comes out the winner. Like, no. Like you can put the belt back on Charlotte as long as you do stuff with her leading up until she wins the belt. Like, have her be. I mean, I don't want her to be anybody. Honestly, I want everybody to be her. So never mind. But I don't see how you can get a bigger match than Bianca Charlotte.
Yeah,
you can't.
Like, personally, like, until they build up, like, nah, bro, I can't, because they already did Bianca. Like, Bianca's literally going through the 4 horsewomen. She went through Sasha. She went through Becky. She's about to go through Bailey, and mind you, she had beat Bailey 2 times before with Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
I believe she had already beat her twice. That was gonna be the 3rd match. It was just gonna be in front of fans, and that was supposed to be an I Quit match, I think.
Yeah, it was I Quit.
So she beats Bailey. Last person on the list she got to beat is Charlotte. And Charlotte has 1 win over her. I think it was like on the Raw before the draft. I think. Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, I don't think that you can get a bigger match, but nevertheless, I think you can build to a match like of great caliber, like a Bianca Io Sky match at Mania. Sign me up. I'm with that. That's a great story you could tell. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Even if they take the belt off of Bianca before and put it on Bailey, I don't mind seeing a Bailey Asuka match at Mania. Reliving their NXT feud, like,
yeah,
would love to see that. So yeah, shout out to Triple H because this women's division, I would argue, is probably the most interesting thing going on in WWE right now.
Yeah,
I would argue their women's, at least the Raw women's division, is the most interesting thing going on right now.
That's not crazy. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it probably is. To be honest, for real.
I mean, because Roman ain't gonna be there. Now, if the Street Profits would have won, which I
ain't gonna lie. That's probably the only thing that low key got me mad. I didn't see that nigga, bro.
I want Street Profits needed that win.
I just wanted to see Roman, but I did realize, like, what last man standing. We probably gonna see Roman like 2 weeks from now, maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't even think Roman's gonna be on this next SmackDown. I think it's gonna be on the one after.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But if I would have saw him, if he would have came out with blonde, that probably would have been an A+ for show for me.
So what show was it for you? I mean, unless you want to wait till the end.
I still guess. To be honest, I'll still give it an A. Honestly, just like adding Roman to it, just the plus. Honestly,
yeah. Hey, but the Usos was there.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. So, which was the main event that I didn't see coming.
I didn't see that coming. I thought it was gonna be like one like the.
I thought it was gonna be Bianca Io. That's why.
You thought that was gonna be the main event?
Yeah, because yeah, I thought it was gonna be the main event because, again, I thought we were getting a 6-woman tag. As soon as they announced it, I was like, yeah, we're getting a 6-woman tag, and they like ending shows on like tag team matches and stuff.
They love
big spot. So that's what I thought was gonna happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, the second thing that Triple H really focused on. Who else thought the U.S. title actually seemed important today for the first time in like years?
Yeah, it's just
they came out with a package, like all the previous U.S. I'm like, oh, okay.
They need to do the same. Bro, they need to do the same thing for other. Once they start doing, I feel once Triple H started doing the same shit, like because we haven't. This probably about the first SmackDown Triple H is about to do. What?
Yeah.
Once he started doing this on the other side, bro, like this shit's really gonna start taking off. Because we already see with Raw. Now we gotta see with the IC. Because like, bro, what was that stat? The IC title hasn't been defended on like a pay-per-view since when?
Oh, I've heard of that stat. It honestly,
it's like been like years.
Yeah.
I think
I don't know. I don't think it's been that long because when Big E had it, it was defended at pay-per-views. I think when Apollo Crews won at WrestleMania. I can't remember the last time the IC title was on a pay-per-view.
Exactly.
Did AJ win it? Did AJ
won? But then AJ win in that little tournament shit with Daniel Bryan.
Oh yeah, that was in the Performance Center. So yeah, that was.
So it's
it might have been over. I'm not gonna lie, it might be a year and a half.
Exactly.
Because Gunther won it on a SmackDown. Before that, who did Ricochet win it off of?
So a SmackDown, he won on the SmackDown.
No, but who did he win it off of though?
Who, Ricochet?
I don't remember who Ricochet beat.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't either.
Because after Apollo lost it, who did he lose it to? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Was it Sami Zayn? No, it wasn't Sami Zayn.
I'll have to see.
Oh, it might have been Sami Zayn, to be honest. I could check that real quick.
Oh, it was Sami Zayn. It was Sami Zayn.
It probably, yeah.
It was Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like they had like a little triple threat, and then AJ and what's the name, Ciampa had their match. And now since I'm not low key starting to feel Ciampa with the Misfit, even though I don't like it, but it's getting better though.
AJ, why is AJ Styles keep on losing, man? Like, I think they used to have that on
I don't think he's like losing.
I don't think he losing. He not like on those Street Profits timing. Like I think like he, I don't know. They I guess they want to push with their bigger stars. I mean, they newer stars. Because like Ciampa, I feel like Ciampa's like I've watched him since NXT. He's good. Even though I kind of don't like him with Miz right now. I don't know. It just seems odd.
I think eventually they're gonna break that event, but because they already told the story like that, they're like, well, instead of just resetting it, why not let's build a credible story and build you up, and then eventually you realize, hey, I don't need the Miz.
And plus, I feel like Gargano gonna come back soon, and I feel like DIY might come back.
Honestly, I don't think Gargano's coming back for a while.
You think so?
I think they're gonna build up Ciampa. Because right now, like, what I will see that I've heard that I understand, when Ciampa won, it was kind of like whatever. But up until today, Ciampa had been presented as whatever. Yeah. So it's going to take a while when somebody's been, like, it's going to take a while before it's like, okay, you're credible now. So I think when it comes to that, that's why he kind of wasn't. Because AJ Styles is over. He's always going to get cheered. Even when he was a heel, he's going to get cheered. So I think AJ Styles is the great person to lose. Because I can't say he kept losing because he won a triple threat to win. With an amazing Styles clash, by the way. That was crazy. The 450 splash into the... Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
So, I don't think... But AJ Styles, I'm not going to lie, doesn't need to be in the U.S. title picture. It's just that's the only title on Raw. He needs to be in the main event.
He does.
Like, I genuinely want him to be the next challenger after Drew. If Drew doesn't win. I genuinely want him.
Yeah, I think it's going to be sad. But you think... But
what's after Clash of the Castle? I know we just went through it last time. What's after Clash of the Castle?
Damn, we just went through it.
We just went through it.
Literally just through it.
Because that's in September 3rd, right before All Out. And then after that...
Damn, we just went.
Is it Extreme Rules? I think that's what we said.
I think it was. I think it was Extreme Rules.
So, unless Roman doesn't defend it there,
that shit might not even get defended there.
Yeah, so I want like Roman and.
Seth. It might be Crown Jewel.
Oh, I think they're gonna defend it there.
Yeah,
Seth would be nice, but I want to see AJ.
I think after hearing his Seth promo before Street Profits came out, it looks like he said he's back on Roman Reigns. I mean, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah. So.
Wait. So it's Clash of the Castle, Extreme Rules, Crown Jewel, then Survivor Series.
So I don't think he'll defend it at Extreme Rules. I think it'll be possibly Seth at Crown Jewel and then AJ at Survivor Series. If they don't do the Raw versus SmackDown, which I don't think they will, because it's Triple H now, but we'll find out. Just for confirmation, because I looked it up. So Sami Zayn was champion. Big E won it off of him on a SmackDown. Apollo Crews won it at Night 2 of WrestleMania. Then it was King Nakamura.
Yeah.
And then Sami Zayn again. And he held it for a month, and then Ricochet won it. And then he held it for like 3. And then Gunther won it. But the last time the title was won on a WrestleMania. On a pay-per-view was WrestleMania 37 Night 2.
And that's crazy.
That's the last time it was won. But, like, as far as defenses go, I wouldn't say maybe one more pay-per-view after that, and that was when Big E got his rematch.
And
Other than that, I don't think he's been defended on a pay-per-view for... Because when King Nakamura had it, he didn't do anything. He had it for 180 days, and I don't think it was ever on TV. He was just in the tag team with Rick Boogs, that little era.
Yeah, I remember that.
So... Yeah, so that's tough.
That's definitely tough, bro.
So I trust them to go over there in SmackDown and make it work, but I'm glad that they're making the U.S. title feel important again. Cause like now, not only did they set up stuff for this show, like 2 triple threats, and then those winners are gonna face them. But now next week, hey, that's a match I can look forward to now.
Yeah.
Hey, look, they're about to do a title. Like a title match is always going to feel like a big deal, but now that it's not a whatever title, at least they're trying to make it seem like a bigger thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the United States Championship was at its best during its Open Challenge era. John Cena, that's why people love John Cena again, because of that U.S. Open title win, where he was just having the best 20-minute match on TV every week.
He's number one. He's the GOAT.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to see the U.S. title be back. Again, those 2 triple threat matches, because they were feuding, it was kind of expected, to be honest. But I love the Chad Gable. I love Chad Gable. I just think in the ring he's so underrated. Dolph Ziggler was in this match. I don't think Chad Gable was supposed to be. And that's because I heard and it reported that I think Theory's uncle passed away or something. That's why he wasn't on the show. Or I think a family. I don't want to say uncle, maybe a family member because I don't want to get it wrong. But that's why Theory wasn't on the show at all. So I believe he's supposed to be continuing his feud with Dolph Ziggler because that's what they were setting up. So I think this might have been the spot for Theory instead. But also too, he did just lose, so maybe he was always not going to be in it. Maybe he would have cost Dolph the match or something. But so that was just a little side note. But yeah, as we alluded to earlier, Seth came out, was like, "Hey, I'm challenging Roman." Street Profits came out. They came out at first looking a little more serious. They kind of play off the fact that Seth said they should break up. And then Montez and Seth just went out there and said, hey, let's just go have a banger of a match. And that's exactly what they did.
Match is pretty good.
That's still in me. I still think I'm going to break up.
I hope not. Not with Triple H.
I hope not either, bro.
With Triple H, I hope they don't. But
if anything, New Day need to break up, bro.
No, they don't.
No, hell no.
Oh, my goodness.
Hell no.
Ben.
Hell no.
Xavier Woods and Kofi King, bro. Xavier Woods need to be solo. Xavier Woods need to be solo.
We already seen him.
No, but Ben. Literally, you don't have to break up tag teams to have a solo run. Remember that era, granted, depending on how you feel about it. Remember when Big Show and The Miz were tag team champions?
Yeah, I remember
but
that.
The Miz was also United States champion.
Yes.
And Big Show had like the European or whatever that title was.
Miz had he was like a triple champion or some shit, right?
Miz, I know for sure Miz had the US title. I just think it was the undisputed tag champs. So they were walking around with 3 belts. But I know he was a tag champion and a US champion. Like, you can be a tag team. Like, and the thing, especially why I don't like that, they literally have already done it twice. Big E had a single run as part of the New Day. Kofi had a singles run as part of the New Day. All you got to do is have Xavier Woods still be a part of the New Day and just have a singles run. It don't got to be world title. Put him in a... Have him
did he not have a singles run already?
Xavier Woods, no.
Oh, he didn't?
He won King of the Ring, but that didn't lead to nowhere.
Oh.
I think he got a match with Roman, and that was that.
Yeah,
but
like,
again, that was under Vince.
New Day's just one of them. I think for me, New Day's like one of them like tag teams or whatever that you just don't break up.
And that's the other thing. Like with Triple H in charge now, you don't have to break up tag teams. You don't. You really, really don't.
My thing is though, like it just haven't, like with Big E gone and stuff, it haven't been the same. Like the New Days, like it just haven't been.
Like they just not every. I feel like they not the same when each member's missing. Like I feel like no matter what, like
see, and that's where I think it's Vince. I think it was Vince. Like I promise y'all, I think if Triple H, Big E's out, even if you want to stick them back in the tag division, they wouldn't be viewed as this. They feel like a comedy act, like bottom of the card, like they're not even mid card. They like get squashed.
Yeah.
And I mean, we gotta watch SmackDown, so we'll see. But like, imagine if you just have them be more serious. Just, you know what? I'm sick of this. We're the New Day, for crying out loud. Let's get back to us. And you slowly build. Put them at Mania. Because who else are the Usos gonna face? Who else are the Usos gonna... Like, even when they announced this match, I was like... I mean, it makes sense. Mysterio's won their tag match. Sure, I guess. But, like, I don't think anybody believed they was gonna win. Up until the little 5 seconds when Dom hit the splash.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, hey, they might. But other than that, like that it means nothing. It mean like there's no credible tag team right now. Not a single one.
Not a single one.
Nah.
So no, don't break them up. You already don't have tag teams as it is. Don't break them up. So that oh my goodness.
Got a question. I got a question though.
That's going on TikTok.
Do y'all think Triple H gonna bring Hit Row back?
Bring who back?
No.
Hit Row.
No. Because he's who knows what contract he signed, but Swerve ain't coming back. He not.
Yeah. Swerve is for sure not coming back.
That's not gonna work without Swerve. So yeah, no. I think a lot of people that like Dakota Kai was kind of like the shock. I think the only people that might come back are the people that aren't signed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't think he's gonna try to steal anybody from another company. I think he's gonna work with what he's got. Like the problem with AEW, I'll get onto that in another show. I don't want to get too far off. So yeah, Seth, we were talking about Seth. Seth tried to attack Montez Ford after Dawkins came for the save.
Yeah.
As it should. Like, let's not do that. Let's not break them up, please.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the Seth match. So we talked about, the Bailey, talked about both the matches, the Asuka versus Alexa Bliss, and then the Bianca versus Io. Seth Rollins, we talked about that. We talked about AJ versus Ciampa, that whole triple threat. And then to basically end the show, we had the tag team title match between the Usos and Mysterios.
Well, you talking about Edge promo or whatever?
Well, that's what I was about to get into earlier in the night. Edge came out, did a promo, and he was like, hey, I created a group. I tried to use underlies talent.
Yeah.
Taste of Power kicked me out. So I'm coming for revenge. I'm going to end the Judgment Day. Simple, effective. So as you could figure, there was going to be some shenanigans. Usos retained 1D onto Dominic when he wasn't looking. Thankfully, Judgment Day didn't interfere during the match. As you could tell, there was only one disqualification finish on this entire show.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So Edge came out for the save after Judgment Day started beating down I don't know how I feel about Rhea Ripley just always ragdolling the men. Because every time she does it, it makes them look like chumps. Even though I'm not like, before I get killed, let's not look. Women, equality, like women can get in there. If you believe that a woman can do anything a man can do, cool. It's just, they're trying to present Dominic as like credible with his dad. But Rhea Ripley always makes him look like a punk. Always makes him look like you my little boy, I kiss you on your forehead type. And I don't know how I feel about that. Because it makes Rhea look like top notch. Like she could be the leader of this group. So it makes her look
it really feel like she the leader of the group.
Real talk. She looked like the most credible. She the only one that is won. Like she was about to get a title match.
Facts.
So and then Edge came down, trying to come for the save, going wild. He's about to spear Finn Balor, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But then Rhea pushed Dom in the way. Edge ended up spearing Dom.
I don't know how to feel about
But crucially, Edge didn't stop. He looked at him and just kept going after Finn and them. Rey Mysterio comes in, checks on Dom. That might be the next spinoff feud.
What?
I think it might be Edge and Rey.
You think so? Because Rey.
Yeah, because Rey's gonna be like, you speared my son and you didn't even show remorse. Edge can be like, I was just trying to go after Finn Balor. And then let's say tag team match, Edge and Rey versus Judgment Day, and Edge makes another mistake because he's blinded by his anger. He's not thinking logically, accidentally spears Dom again or something. And I don't think like Rey lashes out like and turns heel, but I think you have a match like some to that degree.
Any chance y'all think Dominic will be with Judgment Day?
I think they were gonna do that. They were gonna do it before.
Yeah, I think that's dead now.
Charge.
Yeah, I think that's
Triple
dead.
H is like, nah.
I think that's dead now. I don't think it's gonna happen now.
Because why would he join? They won.
I think the perfect time would have been even like that 20th anniversary. It looked like
that would have been
fire.
Like, bro, like just imagine Rey talking, He talking all this about the 20th anniversary. He looked like he about to
Judgment Day
cry.
comes out, and boom, back to a chair to the back by Dom.
Plus, it will raise Dominic up because like now it's like Dominic's just like a, Like if you think of all the young stars, like you got like MJF, he like 24, Dom is 24, Theory's like 25. Like you think Dom is like in that category with them? Like hell no. So maybe if he like I don't know, like he just needs something. He just don't feel like credible as like other young stars.
I think they just need to send him down to NXT 2.0 and just have him build a character. Because right now his character is, I'm happy to be here with my dad. That's what his character is. I'm happy to be here with my dad.
Facts.
Oh, this is great. I've always watched my dad. I watched my dad against Eddie Guerrero fight for custody for me. It's a pleasure to be here. I love competing next to my dad.
Yeah, you need to be at NXT. Yeah.
Like, just have him go be solo. I mean, because even the match he did was... I know Rey Mysterio did an interview where he was like, I didn't think Dom was ready to wrestle. But they wanted him to, and I let him decide. And he was like, yeah, I'll do it. But if it was up to Rey, Dom wouldn't have even started wrestling as soon as he did. Because he said he doesn't think he's ready. And right now, I feel like Dom is just kind of going through the motions in a sense that, like, everything it almost feels rehearsed. Like,
yeah,
he knows it. He memorizes his spots. He's not really, like, being fluid with it. But again, he's young. He's got time. Not everybody can come up off the rip and be, a top-notch wrestler. That's why you send him to NXT. Like, if you put him in NXT, I feel like he'll look a lot better than a lot of the new guys. Personally. But, that's basically how the show ended. Again, it was nothing too crazy, but again, the fact that they took their time and said, all right, you have these little, I saw that, I'm going to get to it. We have these 4 storylines. We got the women's division, we're going to build that up. The U.S. title, we're going to make that feel important. This tag team division, even though it's kind of muddled a little bit, hey, look, tag team championship match, we're going to further the storyline with Edge and Judgment Day, and the Mysterios are involved with it. Usos get another win, they still look strong. And on commentary, one thing about the Usos, they kept saying, look, they're going across both shows. That can either tire you out and, fatigue, or that's going to keep you razor sharp. And you could see it in this match. It played into it. So I thought that was nice. Commentary is by far better since Vince is gone. You also had Seth, the Seth stuff. Like, Riddle wasn't here on the show, which I think is good. It sells the injury. Seth looks like the next in line, I guess. He said he wanted to be the next in line. There's always a great story with Seth and Roman, and hopefully they tell it right this time. That's a great story. And in the same breath, it also furthered the Street Profits gonna break up storyline that they kind of sort of were trying to tell. So you had multiple moving plates all under the branch of like 4 main things. You had like moving plates, but they all made sense. They were all consistent. I don't know if y'all noticed, but the first hour didn't have commercials. Trent, I know you were there live, so I know you wouldn't know. But the first hour didn't have commercials.
They actually did.
I didn't realize that.
The first hour didn't have commercials. You want to know how I knew? My girl asked me to go get some from the car. And I was watching Raw, and I was like, yeah, I'll go when it goes on commercial. 30 minutes later, she's like, hey, are you going to go to the car? And I'm like, it hasn't gone on commercial. She's like, it's been 30 minutes. I'm like, has it really? And I look, and I'm like, and I'm looking at the time, I'm like, oh, okay. So they're not doing commercials for the first hour. Good move, Triple H. Because there was like 3 things that happened in that first hour, and you felt like you didn't miss anything. I felt like the pacing on the show was much better. I feel like if an entrance was made and they went to a commercial, they weren't just standing in the ring for 20 minutes before the match started. So I think the pacing was much better. So overall, I feel like WWE is on a new level. And when I say a whole new level, I feel like it's like, obviously I think it's better. I think it's going to be better than anything we had seen. But I feel like WWE is taking that next step into like now you really not, like, I know a lot of the big thing is to compare it to AEW, right? When we compare it to AEW, you always think, oh well, AEW might have the more consistent storylines. Well, what's been AEW's biggest problem for the last year? Roster's too big and not enough TV time.
Yes.
WWE has released a lot of people, so the roster isn't as big as it once was. But guess what? They still have more TV time. They still have 5 hours, and if you want to count NXT, they still have 7 hours a week of TV. AEW has 3. And I would argue their roster is almost about the same size. Almost about the same size. And with AEW, it's like, because you don't have that much TV time, first off, the AEW originals don't get as much because you keep getting the bigger names. And then also, too, storylines, even though long-term storytelling is good, sometimes they're spread apart too far because, oh, well, I got to get this person on the show. You know, I got to cycle in too many. If WWE starts telling consistent storylines and they have enough TV time to do it, I don't think AEW is going to go out of business, but Tony Khan is very much trying to compete with them. And if Tony Khan gets too caught up in trying to compete, the same thing that happened to WCW is going to happen to AEW. Where they might not be as successful as they want. Maybe they won't go out of business, but they're not going to be as successful as they want. Because, like, when Vince retired, what was Tony Khan's tweet?
You said what?
When Vince retired, what was Tony Khan's tweet? It was, oh, I'm now the longest tenured CEO. Thank you.
Yeah, like, bro, like, get your lame ass up, bro. Like,
bro, all right, cool. Like, all right, you trolling, all right, but you still got your own problems. Like, they're, like, just to go down the AEW's women's division, trash. I know nobody wants to say that, but it's trash. You have they have the same problem that Vince had. Honestly, Britt Baker's like Charlotte there. The title's not on. If the title was not on Britt Baker, it doesn't feel important.
Besides, you talking about the AEW women's division?
Yes.
Besides Jade Cargill,
I will say they're doing a good job with Jade. I actually care about her a lot more than I did when she first won that championship.
Like, besides her, who else? Like
Britt Baker. Soon as she Thunder Rosa, I forget sometimes that she's the women's champion. You want to know when I remember she's the women's champion? When they show her picture at the end of the AEW intro. I'm like, oh yeah, she is the champion.
What was that group? I think they got the top. The female got the title down. What's her name? I forgot.
Which one? Or like Thunder Rosa and Jade Cargill are their champions.
I think that's what I'm thinking of. I think that's what I'm talking about.
You talk about like the baddies and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Jade Cargill. She's the TBS champ.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, she feel bigger than Thunder Rosa right now. Granted, she is undefeated, but like when Britt Baker was the women's champion, was there ever a week she missed TV? Was there ever a week what she was doing didn't feel like the most important thing going on?
Mm-hmm.
Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker, I don't think ever got pinned as the women's champ. Thunder Rosa ain't even had the title 3 months and she already getting pinned. Like she won the title defense, cool, but she getting pinned. Then like that now she's a tag team with Toni Storm, and I'm like,
shit's mid.
Oh, like bruh,
shit's
like,
mid.
Bruh.
I mean, AEW just right now is just like,
No, the AEW women's division, because the men, I would argue, is still, especially now that people are coming back from injury. Like, and we'll talk about it when we do the AEW review on Thursday. Ben, if you want to come back, Trent, I don't know if you're gonna be here.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be able to.
Probably not, but Ben, if you want to come back for that. But the AEW review on Thursday, I'm gonna get into it a lot more, and I'm gonna talk about how this AEW women's division is not good.
Yeah, we gotta talk about what's the name, Logan Common. I mean,
Aaron. Oh yeah. I was just wrapping that up, but yeah. So Aaron asked, "Is Logan better than Dom already?" Yes, yes. Just for the simple bet, even as a babyface, I would argue that even as a babyface, even though we don't think that that's Logan Paul's best like role, even as a babyface, he got more charisma than Dom. He has more charisma than Dom, and he looks like he's just natural. Like he's been doing this for a while. He still looks like a mid-card guy. I'm not saying Logan Paul's no main eventer, but yes, he's better than Dom right now, and that shouldn't be the case. Like, Dom, your dad is Rey Mysterio, bro.
Exactly.
Like, granted, if you see his wife, she probably not the most athletic. She probably so maybe Dom don't have the athletic. Maybe Dom doesn't have like the athletic thing that like Rey Mysterio does. But come on, bro, you've been training for a minute. Apparently, he's been training since he a teenager.
Who, Dom?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Apparently, he's been training since like 14. So if you're 24, you got 10 years of training. There's no way Logan Paul, who just got here, should be looking better than you.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the least. So and it's unfortunate because I like Dom. I think Dom has potential. He's young. He's 24. We always talk about new stars. Second generation, third generation superstars. Like that's Dom. If I ever seen one, and he has the potential. Send him down to NXT and get him away from his dad. Because the longer you keep him with his dad, his character is going to continue to be, hi, I'm Dom and I'm here with my dad. It's like bring your kid to work day with the Mysterios. And it's annoying. Like, let's move on. Like, let's move on from that.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, so
Question.
out of 5, yeah.
What? Yo, when is Gable Stevenson coming?
Yeah, when is he? Overrated.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care. I don't give a crap about Gable Stevenson.
I don't care no more.
You said overrated?
I don't care no more, bro.
Why y'all don't care?
Because in the 2 segments we've seen him in, that man can't even crack a smile. Even when he got in the ring and did a flip on Chad Gable, I'm just like, bro, you look like you don't want to be there. He looks like he has no charisma, and I don't want to see that. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you like, okay, fine, maybe he doesn't have a character, but everybody's trying to say he's trying to be the next Kurt Angle, and maybe that's unfair because Kurt Angle came in and he was funny. He could do comedy. He could be serious. He could be. He could do it all. So maybe that's an unfair comparison. Gable Stevenson, I'm not saying he's athletic. He could very well be a very talented wrestler, bro. If you ain't got no charisma, I don't want to watch you. Alexa Bliss is a very talented wrestler. Well, okay, I won't say very talented, but she's a really good wrestler. And she's boring now because she has no character. When she had a character, she was always, like, I would argue must-see TV. Like, I'd want to see what she does next. No characters? Like, bro, he just be standing there. Even after he flipped and everybody celebrating, he's like, no character, bro. Like, I don't care. Like, unless Triple H gives me a reason to care, and I see he has somewhat of charisma, I don't want to see him here. Keep him away. Yeah. Keep him away. That's me.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, I think out of the whole Raw show, I would probably give it 4.25, 4.5. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna give it 4.5. I'm gonna go 4.5 stars as a show.
Oh,
because there was nothing wrong on this show. Like I said on the last stream, I'm very much about, I don't like wrong decisions. I think if you actively do something that I think is a wrong decision, that's gonna take a notch off of it. That's why That's why I don't like that the Usos won. I think that was an actively wrong decision. Yeah. So there was no actively wrong decisions on this show. Probably from top to bottom, the best quality of matches I've seen from a Raw show ever. Like, just top to bottom quality of matches. Best I've seen ever, I would argue. Consistent storylines, good pacing, and set up stuff for next week and weeks to come. And now, I feel like a lot of people come out of this thing looking strong, and nobody looks weak. Yeah. I can't give it 5 stars because in order for it to put it over the cap, I think it has to be like a big memorable moment that's like, I can look back on this and be like, boom. Mm-hmm. I'm going to remember that for years to come. Like CM Punk turning heel on The Rock. I remember that for years to come. Dolph Ziggler cashing in his Money in the Bank. I remember that to this day. I remember the chills. Even Roman Reigns, this is my yard now, to a sea of booze for 10 minutes. Remember that to this day. Mm-hmm. So because nothing like that happened, I can't give it 5. But there was nothing wrong on this show. Even the interviewers look more credible now. Like, I feel like everybody looked more credible coming out of this. Mm. I just because that like big memorable moment didn't happen, I can't give it 5. But I think this is a 4.5-star show.
Yeah.
Probably the best Monday Night Raw
In a while.
since Land of Opportunity SmackDown.
Damn.
This is the best This is the best. Oh, so I said Raw, but this is the best WWE like TV show I've seen since Land of Opportunity SmackDown.
Damn.
Wow.
Because that era of SmackDown, when they were still trying to deem it as the B show, that era of SmackDown.
You ain't even like the MSG one?
Crazy.
Like just a few weeks like before SummerSlam?
I mean, I genuinely believe that the only reason that show seems bigger than it was is because we knew Vince had retired. I think if Vince hadn't retired before that show, we would have looked at that show like, yeah, it was cool. We got a Roman match out of it. Like, it would have been whatever. But because we knew Vince retired, we were all watching to see, hey, let's see what Triple H is going to do. So there was... No, I'm not counting NXT, Aaron, by the way. I'm not counting NXT. Just main roster shows. I think this is the best WWE TV show I've seen since Land of Opportunity SmackDown. When Shane McMahon wasn't... When there was Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan as GM and they had Talking Smack, that is the best I've seen.
Yeah.
Since Land of Opportunity
SmackDown.
Because Land of Opportunity SmackDown was consistently the best TV show out the week for WWE. Again, I'm not counting NXT because Black and Gold NXT peak I think is unmatched. I'm not gonna go that far about NXT. I was gonna say I would argue it peak NXT is kind of up there with Ruthless Aggression era.
Nah.
Like on the same. No, I'm not gonna lie. It's on the same.
Baby, that's nasty. That's
I'm
nasty.
not gonna lie. It's on the same. No, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, there's the comment. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's nasty.
Peak NXT era for me is on par with the Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah, I can't get with that, bro.
The only reason Ruthless Aggression era is different is because with NXT, a lot of those guys when they came up to the main roster, they didn't do anything with them. So I get it, but I'm talking about just NXT, not what they did after. Just peak NXT. I think there's more memorable feuds. It might not be the most memorable, but I think it has the more memorable feuds, better matches, better storylines. That's why I say it's on par. But obviously, Ruthless Aggression, you think of that, you think Edge, Kurt Angle, John Cena, it has the better stars. But I would argue peak NXT is probably on par with them, and I think I can make an argument that it's better, to be honest.
Wow.
But if we just count main rosters, this is the best TV show since Land of Opportunity SmackDown. So I don't know, like it's 4.5 stars, consistent, nothing wrong on the show, nothing actively bad. And nothing actively like wrong decision wise. Thank you, Triple H.
I'll give it a 4.5. The only reason I give it a 5 because I guess Roman wasn't there. Like I was just praying. I swear I was just praying for him to be there. If he was there, it'd have been 5.
Even for like a dark match or like a like after the fact.
I don't care. I just want him to be there. I'm not gonna lie. I just want even like the dark, like when I first came in, when I saw what's his name, saw T-Bar, I was like, okay, and I saw Shelton Benjamin. I thought he was fucking hurt. So I'm seeing him, I'm like, what the fuck?
Maybe he was hurt, but
they said he was hurt for like a while, and then
I think maybe he was hurt because he did like show up one day just to have a match on Raw. Mm-hmm. But I think he was hurt. But I think this is just like, oh, my main event. Let me get back in the flow of things. Let me have a match.
Yeah. But I think like the whole match, like the whole thing was all cool, and like. And again, like one thing, like I don't know why I've been seeing like my favorite people on TikTok like saying like the crowd was dead. Why? I don't understand why people saying that.
What I will say about that, so watching it from the TV, I think it's always going to be different when you're actually in the stadium as opposed to when you're watching it. But as far as crowds go on TV wise, I think so for sure they stopped piping in crowd noise. That for sure that happened. Like I didn't hear the weird different levels of boos and cheers.
Mm-hmm.
But there was just certain stuff that they didn't go crazy for, or didn't sound like they went crazy for. But in fairness, up until 2 weeks ago, a lot of these guys you weren't supposed to care about. You weren't supposed to care about Ciampa. You weren't supposed to care if Mustafa Ali got a match. Dolph Ziggler's barely been coming, and I'm like, that's cool, but it's still Dolph Ziggler. Other than AJ, nobody really is supposed to, we've been taught not to care about these guys. So what I would argue is that it's going to take a while before the natural crowd is going to, start going crazy. Because, again, like I said earlier, an AEW crowd would have went crazy all night for every single one of these matches.
Because, when Becky came out, shit went crazy. She had it went crazy. When Bianca came out, she has hella loves. Everybody went crazy. You see all the people who had the little thing whipping around, that shit went crazy. And then when Edge came out with his with the first metal,
when it came back,
shit went black. Shit went crazy. So I'm just trying to see even the matches when Mustafa Ali hit the 450 or whatever into the Styles Clash shit. I'm just trying to see why people saying this shit.
Yeah. So what I would think they're saying is that they didn't go crazy the whole show. They just went crazy for the moments. And for the people they cared about. And that's my thing. I don't think people care about Ciampa yet. The smart crowd does, but I think people got to understand when you go to these shows. If you watch it back on TV, you're going to hear oh no, it was louder than what it's coming across on TV.
Yeah. I'll probably say when the Gable, they wasn't really cheering like that until is that his finishing move with Chad Gable? He do a little roll and then he does a little.
It's called a chaos.
And then when Dolph Ziggler came behind, did the zigzag. That's when the shit.
That was crazy.
But besides that, I'll probably say that match, and then besides that,
the tag match. Honestly, I don't think people were into till the end either.
We weren't, bro, because we know
we know the Usos are gonna win. But then when they got to that end,
1 second, where you think, oh shit, they actually might win. So when Dominic did the little fast, did the little splash. Okay, the crowd started going crazy a little bit, but after that, it was just a good reaction. It wasn't nothing crazy. So
so on TV, if you're saying in the crowd, it wasn't nothing crazy. It was a good reaction. On TV, it's gonna sound even worse, as opposed to when you go crazy the whole show, and on TV it just sounds like good reaction. But I think the crowd reacted good enough because I think there was genuine intrigue, but I also think there is a lot of casuals in the WWE crowd more than we'd like to admit. Because I would say the smart crowd isn't the most popular, but we're the loudest. So you're going to see the smart crowd on TikTok. You're going to see the smart crowd on Twitter. The casual crowd are the ones going to these shows. And the kids and stuff. So that's what I want.
Yeah.
Right.
But
yeah, what did you give this show, Ben?
4.5 out of 5. Pretty good. One thing I will say though is I'm just curious how Edge will be with how it's going to be with him and Judgment Day and all that type of stuff. That's what I'm curious to see.
Do y'all think that Edge might go back heel?
No.
I think he'll be I think he'll be a heel in certain situations because I said earlier, I think Edge and Ray are finna have a match. I think, this was the first time, you speared Dom by accident. It was a misunderstanding. But he didn't show remorse. I think he's going to do it again next week. And then it's bro, this is twice now. Nah, Edge, you and me, one-on-one. And Edge is going to be I want Judgment Day, so whoever stands in my way, I'm going to get him. And so that's going to... Edge has a character motivation. He got taken out by the group he tried to bring up. So he's not going to stop at anything until they're done. So if you get in his way...
Yeah.
Then, hey, you're just collateral damage at that point. Ray's point is, my son is not collateral damage, so I was going to fight for his boy. And it doesn't even need to be a feud. It just needs to be a match. It just needs to be a match. But that's a nil triangle. And Judgment Day, if they're smart, can play off of that, and cause problems and give Judgment Day a win. But, yeah, like a major win. Not a win on TV for 1 week and then just lose the next 2 weeks later.
I might get killed with this take right here, but you want to know a superstar I think got a lot of potential?
Who?
Omos.
Of course you do. Of course. I'm so glad he's not on TV. I'll say it. I'm so glad.
I'm gonna be.
Omos is not on TV, bro. I'm
gonna be real. I like Omos, but he's giving he's starting to give me like the great Khali type.
Great call, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And like
Thank you.
I like Omos. I like him, but it's starting to annoy me. It's starting to ignore it.
I'm so glad he hasn't been on TV the past 2 weeks.
It's starting
I
to
am
annoy me.
so glad he has not been on TV.
Wow.
Well, of course, Aaron. We know Montez got the most potential, bro. We know that.
Yeah, Montez. Yeah,
future champion.
Yeah, it's like, I think he could be a future champion and you don't break him up. That's my only argument. He can be a champion. You don't
to
have
go back to
break him up.
Omos. It's like the last big guy I really enjoyed watching was the Big Show.
Whoa, that is
And
disrespectful. No, that is disrespectful.
I'm talking about like Giants though. Giants, like
is Braun Strowman not considered? I mean,
I forgot about
Braun.
I forgot about Braun.
I was about to say, like, you disrespected Braun heavy right now.
I forgot about Braun. Bro, you know, that was probably like the last.
Keith Lee was tough too.
But Keith Lee,
they fumbled the bag with him.
He ain't no giant though.
Yeah,
I'm talking like the 7th. So like,
I got you.
I get you with Keith Lee. I mean, because he is the bigger size. So I'm talking about like 7 footers, basically like a Braun. Oh my! Like even I don't know even why I said Mark Henry damn near because he's not even a 7 foot, but he's still a legit big ass giant though. But it's like Omar, she just give me great Khali vibes, bro, and I don't fuck with it. The finisher,
more muscular, great Khali.
Yes, but at least he's not as bad. Is he that?
He's nowhere near as bad as the great Khali. You can see like even in his matches the way he talk, he got more charisma than Dom, bro. At least Omar's got a little bit of charisma.
Why are we killing Dom?
I don't know, man. I'm sorry, Dom. Go to NXT, please. But nah, bro. Omar ain't got. I'm so glad he's not on my TV. I hope they went to him and be like, look, this ain't nothing personal. We're gonna go in a different direction. Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
And call it a day. That's another thing that I want to say about this. We keep talking about we trust Triple H. Oh, the show's going to be better. And we're talking about all these people we think might get pushed.
Yeah. Oh.
It's also on the other side. There are people that are not going to get pushed. There are people that maybe were in line to get a couple TV time and pushes that might not be dead in the water.
It might look like Ciampa might get the big ass push. I mean, he 2 days Triple H. What's his name? He already in his title picture. So shit. He might get a big ass push soon. Yeah.
Bruh, can WWE get rid of them freaking models, bro, on SmackDown? I don't want to see that, bro. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the Mexican male models?
Yes, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I mess with that. I mess with that gimmick heavy, bro. I mess with that gimmick heavy, bro. No. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I love that gimmick, and I love the fact that LA Knight or Max Dupree is the one leading it. Can they just have a match? Only thing I need them to do.
It's Mansoor and Mace, right?
Yeah, just have a match against developmental talent. Like you can do a couple squash matches.
Get a match. Off. That's what I'm saying. Get a match,
and then put Max Dupree in the match. Like Max Dupree in the mid card would be fired. You know what I mean?
At least fight.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But nah. I'm not gonna lie, that gimmick is fire. No, the SummerSlam, that little ad they did with the Pure Life water, it was so stupid, but I was laughing. I was like, "Yo, what is this? Like, what are we doing?" But it's funny.
I'm like they would be the ones
to do it. It's better. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I mess with that. I mess with that thing heavy. I really do. I mess with that gimmick. I'm glad because they wanted to get rid of Max Dupree, and I'm glad they put him back in. So shout out to him. Since I can't call him LA Knight anymore. But shout out to him, I think. I love the gimmick, to be honest. But that was our Raw review. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. Ben, if you want to tell them where they can find you on TikTok and all that.
Find me on TikTok, BBan923. Instagram, BBan923. Follow my YouTube, Brandon from the Block. I'll be having my own show to throw down every Monday and Thursday at 7:00 Eastern time.
He be having nasty people on that show too.
Yeah, they be nasty. They be nasty. So yeah, man.
Yeah, Trent.
I appreciate you having me back on. It was a good show. Great, all the people that hate Roman Reigns. Oh well, acknowledge him.
Facts, Trent.
But I ain't gonna lie, he gonna lose it soon though. He can't.
And
He gonna
people
lose.
go celebrate.
But yeah, I mean, real quick before we head out, how long y'all think a reign should last?
Night after Mania.
Like I'm talking about like days. I'm talking about like just for like a title reign in general. Like how long would you expect? Like after a
For
reign,
anybody or just Roman?
anybody.
It just depends on how over you are. Because, like, for example, Becky, she didn't lose the title. I think she had the title for a full year and a half.
Yeah.
Before, and she only gave it up because she got pregnant. You know what I mean? So like Becky, granted, I think she should have lost at Mania, but that's just because I thought Shayna Baszler coming up had all the momentum. So I thought that was the perfect time to take it off. But it's kind of 50-50 because if you don't have enough credible people to like believable people to take the title off, then nah, you hold it if you're the most credible guy, if you're the most over guy. In the same breath, if you get a division like what it seems like we're about to have with the women, where at any point, you know, anybody can be the guy or the woman and hold the title, you gotta have it just has to make sense storyline. You can't take them off of it too soon because they gotta be credible. You know what I mean? So I'm always in the realm like 4 to 5 months, I think should be minimum. Obviously, you have those special situations where you're just like a transitional champion. So 4 to 5 months should be minimum. But in those 4 to 5 months, you gotta have good defenses. You gotta at least win 2 feuds, in my opinion. Like feuds, not defenses. You gotta win like 2 feuds. You know, just so you can establish yourself as credible. You know what I mean? Like that's how you make stars. So I don't really have a number of days that it should be. Your run just has to make sense. Like, real quick, just going to AEW. To this day, I still don't think Hangman Adam Page should have lost. But I know why he did, because ever since he won the title, him and Thunder Rosa are the exact same to me. They had a great build up into winning the title, a great story to get there. They got there, and they have done nothing with them afterwards. Like Adam Cole, it was the first feud he did, but we all knew he was gonna win that because it's your first title defense. Nobody else he faced felt credible. I didn't believe he was gonna lose to Lance Archer. Bryan Danielson was the first feud, and I didn't think he was gonna lose that. That was probably the best Adam Page looked after that. After that, it was just like whatever. You know what I mean? So your reign. I want to know that when you win the title, it seems like the most important thing, or at least be on the same par. Because like if you have if Roman Reigns is on TV every week and he doesn't have the title, I'm not gonna lie, he's gonna feel like he's doing the most important stuff. But at least make the title seem as important. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel. I feel like it doesn't matter about how many days. It matters like what you do in that reign and if it makes sense, and if it's the right time for somebody else.
I don't see Roman losing the title till Rock come back.
I don't think he's losing to Rock. I think he's gonna pin him.
I think he's gonna beat Rock. Because if the Rock beats Roman, what do you get? What does Rock gain from that?
That's
exactly. If Rock beats Roman, what does he gain from that? That's literally where I was going.
Like I don't even think he should have beat Cena that first time.
Thank you.
I shouldn't even think he should have beat Cena that first time. Like, what do you gain from that?
I genuinely believe the only reason they did that match twice is because Vince realized, I probably should have had Cena win.
Cena will have the record for
we're talking about when Cena faced Rock.
Like the first time, I don't think John Cena should have lost.
Now, did they tell a great story?
But they did get that money
They got money, and they told a great story because after that, like the only time they messed up with that story is when Cena beat Brock when he first got back. But like literally every other time after that, all Cena did was lose that whole year. So his story was, man, ever since I lost to The Rock, I lost everything. I got divorced. You know, my life was on a downward spiral. But hey, we have a chance to make it right. And he won the Rumble, faced Rock for the title. You know, so they told a great story, in my opinion. I think they told a great story. That was a great 2-year story. It should have just been once. He should have beat Rock. Brock Lesnar comes back. He beats Brock. Or Brock beats him. And you could still tell the same story. Like, you could say, like, I beat The Rock and I lost sight of myself. I forgot my roots. Like, I got too cocky and I just kept losing all the time. Like, you could have told the same story. So, that's...
Yeah.
So, I think he'll beat Brock and then lose night after Mania. Or Rock, I'm sorry. And then lose that night and night after Mania. Like, somehow, some way, right? If Rock doesn't come back, he's losing at Mania to Cody. And that's it. I can't see him losing to anybody else. Because I think they're going to do the second Seth match before Mania. So he's got to lose to Cody. That's literally what they were building Cody up for. He's got to lose to Cody. That's just me personally. So. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Again, if you guys have been watching on YouTube, please like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments. Want to interact with y'all. Follow the TikTok, please. And Instagram, we got a new page specifically for the pod. It's right there, Keeping It G Podcast at the bottom of the screen. So y'all tap into that. Like I said, TikTok and Instagram, Keeping It G _podcast. If you guys are watching on Twitch, please consider subbing to the channel. We appreciate, anybody who subs, and interacting in the chat. I see you. I appreciate you, those who were. I've been your host, G Baby. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Tune in tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern, football podcast. We're going to talk about Deshaun Watson getting suspended 6 games. We're going to talk about, all the drama that's been going on with the Arizona Cardinals. New drama that just dropped about like 20 minutes before we went live. And the Dolphins getting picks removed and the owner being suspended for a couple days. We're going to talk about all that. So y'all tune in 6 p.m. Eastern tonight. Right here on Twitch and YouTube. Same place. So y'all tune in. We appreciate y'all. We'll catch y'all next time.